Fucking technology. Yeah, I hate this thing. Tried to record this video once, phone froze. So I'm gonna take it again from the top. I was doing pretty good last time, so. So, I have never played an Entrian Odyssey game before. But yesterday, the day before that, I was playing the Entrian Odyssey demo because more companies are deciding to throw in demos with their on the eShop. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. I couldn't find it because I was on the fence of this because I don't have too much money to spend. I was just kind of like, I have to buy Monster Hunter. That's like a must, a absolute must. But at the same time, this game looks so amazing. So, I reached a decision, and I am going to buy Entrian Odyssey 4. Now, in the demo, well, first things first. What I liked a lot about Entrian Odyssey 4. I don't know how to describe this game. I think most people describe it as a pen and paper RPG, and I guess that's pretty accurate. I've never played a pen and paper RPG before, but essentially, here's what Entrian Odyssey is going to do to you. You're going to go into a dungeon. You're going to have a map on the bottom screen, and that map will be blank. Points, blank, blank. It's like they give you little help in the tutorial dungeon, and like it'll be half filled out, but for the most part you have to fill out a lot of stuff by yourself. Like it's like the guy you talk to says like, yeah, it's half filled out. No, it's like 10% filled out. And then the next one is pure blank. And so I found myself having a lot of fun taking like a pen because I don't have a stylus anymore because I keep losing them. And it's like sketching in every itty little bitty detail, you know, putting icons to represent things. And the maps actually change depending, because like in the first real map you go to, there's down logs everywhere. So like blocking off sections of the map. So I kept marking those by putting like little symbols everywhere. It was like down log, down log, down log, log, and eventually you run into one of these roaming monsters, because they have roaming monsters throughout the map, and I find it exceedingly hilarious, because for one reason, and that reason is because they like a lot of times would be playing calming music while you're strolling through the dungeon. And so, like, this monster of death that can literally beat you down in no time flat, and you're just running away. So it's like, oh god, oh god. While it was coming, she was like, it was like, it's just like every time you turn around, it's like, oh shit, still there. And what adds to the danger of the monsters, because like if it's one square away, you can evade that shit easily. But if you run into enemy monsters midway through while you're trying to escape it, for every turn that passes in the battle, the monsters, the roaming beasts, will actually move one square. So if you can't if it's one square behind you, you better like hope you can run away in the first turn, because if you don't, he'll actually jump into the battle and join the other monsters fighting, and then you're just kind of like, well, fuck. And it's difficult as hell to run away from those things. It really, really, really is. But so sketching in every little bit, and don't worry, there's an auto map feature for the game. And I turned it off, honestly, because like I want to try out the drawings here, monsters. And so one of the interesting things about the monsters, like they actually have abilities based off their body parts and limbs. So like if you're going up against a normal baboon, which is a giant hulking baboon, as you can imagine, like And his abilities are based on arms, so like swing and toss. You can actually, my favorite class so far is the sniper, and because the sniper can take aim at the arms and actually pin the arms down. And that pin lasts for like a good like 5 turns. So he can only attack you with normal strikes. And trust me, that helps a lot. And it takes quite a bit to knock them down, because like the cap in the demo is 10. And I'm gonna assume the cap in the real game is gonna be like 999 or 100 or whatever. And while I'm battling them, I'm like finding this exceedingly difficult at level 7. And this is in the first dungeon, so I'm like, these things are no joke. Like, I tried taking one down just for fun, and needless to say, my TP, which is basically technical points, your magic or ability points, or whatever you want to call them, was exhausted. One of my characters was out cold, and I was just kind of like, I was excited. And one of the nice things, like, in this game, you don't feel the rage of like normal games, like Fire Emblem Awakening that I have up on my up above my bed right now. Like, you don't feel like you're gonna smash. You don't feel that. What you do feel is a sense of urgency, more like to less I'm going to die and more time to GTFO. And like I like games where I can play it and not become exceedingly pissed off. Like with Pokemon, my Pokemon will die, and I'll say, like, as a challenge, "Oh, you want to fight, do you?" Like, in Fire Emblem, deaths are permanent, and the rage ensues. It ensues amazingly. Especially those luck-based deaths. I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. You want to see rage? Get a group of friends together. Get a group of friends together, and marathon Mario Kart, and marathon Mario Party games. You will lose friendships over that game. Over those games. I'm just like, mother. Everyone, the rage. God. But enough about rage. About this. Now, Entrian Odyssey has a couple different classes to choose from. I think like 8 to 10 or something like that. And there's 3 classes missing. One's the Sorcerer, which has been revealed. The other 2 have not been revealed yet by Atlas. But the first class is the Land Sketch, which is essentially the basic, the knight, like the heavy hitter. Strangely enough, he's like the heavy physical hitter, but he doesn't have a lot of HP. So I'm thinking this interesting. Like, this is pretty interesting. It's like they have another class called the Fortress, which buffs your team and increases defense and all that. Like, I didn't use him. I don't know why. Then they have the Night Seeker, which is an interesting class. Which is they're mostly like the assassins. They deal with status conditions. They deal with status conditions. Oh yeah, evading attacks. One hit KOs I've seen. Then you have the Ruin, the Ruin Master, which is like an elemental sorcerer. And you have the Medic. You have the Medic and then the Dancer. Medic is essentially what it says. The Medic has an interesting thing though. Medic is about healing your team and also stopping your enemy team from advancing, from attacking. And the Dancer can heal and also buff your teammates in general. So I didn't get a chance to I didn't try out the Dancer class yet, but I'm kind of on classes. I'm kind of on the fence about where. Oh, I forgot to mention Sniper class. I was a little on the fence about not so much a Land Sketch, but he's kind of average. The Night Seeker, not the Ruin Master, and the Medic. because Night Seeker seem like those classes that aren't really good in the initial game, but pay off much later down the line. Same thing with the medic. The medic, he's an all-around useful class. He does have this one ability called, I can't remember what. Oh God, I'm stumbling all over myself. But he has this one class that after each battle he heals you for no price. It's like no price. It's like after battle I hear like he heals quite a bit. So that's like an almost invaluable skill. And the only move that I saw that helps stop your opponent from attacking you is called Heavy Bash, which clonks him on the head for not half bad damage. Like a normal land sketch would do this much damage if he attacked normally, and he may get stunned. Emphasis on may. And he has abilities like line heal, which heals the whole line, refresh, regular healing. I think I'm probably going to have to stay with him out of force, not so much choice. But the other class I was on the fence about, the Night Seeker, it has some interesting ability number one, the Shadow Cloak. It's like for the next 3 turns, it'll evade one physical move. So I'm just like, against those big hulking enemies like the normal baboon, like that's like invaluable. They also have this ability, I think it's called Sand Throw. Like you can there's a chance you can throw and it'll get sand into their eyes, and they're actually it's like sand, like Mud Splash, except better. Mud Slap, but better. And they also have abilities like Ice Knife, Binding Knife, which do slightly elemental damage and stop them from moving a little bit. And really, that's all I saw. I'm gonna need to get it up to like higher levels, like up to level 20, where it becomes experienced out of the novice area, to see how useful it is. And the land sketch, it's nothing too amazing. It has a healing ability called Bandage. It has what else? Healing ability. It has abilities like Sonic Attack, which allows you to strike first. And once you operate that, get these more interesting abilities called Fire Link, Ice Link, and Electric Link. And he essentially does an elemental slash. And then the next person to strike the link will activate, doing element damage to that type. Now the elemental damage is not a lot, but this is where I talk about the synergy. The Ruin Master has this ability called Fire Rune, Ice Rune, Volt Rune, and what it does increases your resistance to one, also dropping resistance for the other. And it also has this ability known as, I'm a little sick, but what's this ability called? I think it's called Rune Buff or something like that. It also increases your magic dealing capabilities. As you can see, that can pile up for quite a bit of damage. And again, land sketch, gotta feel that one out more. Get it up to level 20, see how it is. And then there's also then the Ruin Master itself. The Ruin Master itself is, how to put this? It's one of the classes that also is going to be more useful down the line because it needs a lot of setup, reduce your resistance, switch resistance, then get your buffs up. Then it'll start doing the heavy damage. But for the most part, the Rune Master is a wide range attacker. Its ice rune can go straight through the one line and hit the back line. Its fire rune does splash damage, and its electric line can strike the whole front row. And it's a pretty powerful class, but you gotta watch the TP. And I have not seen a way of restoring TP yet, and that's kind of bothering me, because when you're in mid dungeon and you're trying to survive, the moment that TP starts to get down, I gotta get out of here and go to sleep. And there's also an in-game clock system. I need to see more of that, because you don't really get to see a lot of how it actually affects the game. Like there are missions where, like, we have to deliver food within 2 days, because like there's this whole overworld thing when you're in your own fucking blimp. Yeah, you get your own fucking blimp. It's awesome. And like there's missions we have to find specific food and deliver it to some soldiers or some things like that. And still trying to figure out that one. Like where are the soldiers? Like, do I drop it next to here? Do I? Yeah. But interesting. Now, still have not got. Oh, and my favorite class so far. I can't believe I keep forgetting this. The sniper. And the sniper does all its work from the back row. It can hit enemies from either the front or back row, which is really nice. It can do piercing damage, and it can do piercing damage mostly. And like I said, I like its ability to pin down, like by shooting arrows, like stop all the people from using their abilities. And it works on some enemies better than others, because the normal baboons, they're pretty easy. Like they rely on their arms to go use attacks like swing and bash. And if you pin down their arms, which you really want to do, like they can only use normal attacks. And so I find myself like with strong enemies, I like to hit them over the head with static things like sand throw, sand the rest they can't attack, but just to make sure bind their arms so they can't use those extra abilities. Ooh, and I completely forgot about this. But the land sketch also has an ability known as power break, and if you hit him, attack goes down. So he can't use his special attacks. He has a low chance of hitting, and even if he does hit, he's going to do reduced damage. Now you would assume all this seems overpowered, but good lord, they will kill you in an instant. They really, really will. I mean, like, even with all this, you still find yourself like, oh shit. And when you pull it off, it feels so satisfying. But overall, I'd have to say the most satisfying thing about this game is when you finally get done with a dungeon, and you leave the dungeon, and you go back in, and you look at your full, completed map of everything. You mapped out everything, every little enemy detail, every little mine, every little forestry little patch you can find, aloe or forest thing. You sit back and you go, I did all that. And keep in mind, it was blank. It was pure blank. So if this seems like your game for you, download the demo, test it out. It comes out in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 10 days? No, 8 days. 8 more days. So this is definitely day one buy. You get, I believe you also get an art book and a what was it? An art book and a music CD. And Atlas, why? You guys are just too nice to us. You really are. With Code Princess and this, you guys are way too nice. And there's no extra price for these things anyway, just to pre-order it. I'm just like, you guys are... You got me. Atlas, you've got my money. I will be throwing money at you soon. Now, aside from Entrian, I really, really want a demo for Monster Hunter Tri-G. Come on, Capcom. Come on, Capcom. You gave us this much. Thank you for giving us this much, but come on. Come on. Oh yeah, it's not called Tri-G in America, it's called Monster Hunter Ultimate, but, you know. I find it hilarious that Monster Hunter is so popular in the East that they can release Monster Hunter Tri-G, call it Monster Hunter Tri-G HD, and they're just gonna call Monster Hunter Ultimate, and they need a whole Wii release. But I've never played a Monster Hunter game before, just like I've never played an Entrian game before, and I am excited. This is like half the reason I bought 3DS Monster Hunter. But yeah, that's it. Fire Emblem review coming when I finish the game. I believe I am 4 chapters away from beating the game. We'll check that later, but bye, people. Download the demo, open your wallets, because these Eastern developers are taking big chances on us. You can't just bitch and whine about not getting a game, just don't go out and buy it. But yeah, I think this is like one of my longest reviews yet, next to my anime collection review.